Hello, Rose.
Hello, Debbie.
How are you?
Good.
Let's play catch up today.
Let's do.
Yes.
Welcome to another episode of This
Old Quilt.
Let's talk about this quilt, Debbie.
Okay, so we highlighted this in May, and if you remember, this has silk in a few of the blocks, and as you can see, the silk has seriously deteriorated. And we asked for input and got our input back, and we are going to replace these little pieces with this piece of green cotton.
Yes.
So this one, as soon as we get those little repairs done, there's only 2 blocks in the entire quilt, and then we'll talk about maybe a border, maybe not, and then this puppy is going to be ready to quilt, and we're really excited to have another one ready for sale.
Yes.
So that's this one, and we're very excited to move forward on this one.
Okay.
And if you remember, this little jewel came to us from a thrift store. I think this one was also filmed in May, and it had some issues. We have totally deconstructed it. We had to end up taking the 2 outside borders off because they were very tattered, and that comes from little kids pulling the blankets up all the time, and that's where the issue comes on those 2 outer borders. So we were able to take those 2 outer borders off. We stabilized it then. How did you stabilize this, Rose?
Well, first of all, we did our trim and we left a 1/4 inch seam allowance, so you can see the points on the pink blocks are along here, and then we have a seam allowance where we can add a border. So what we did was we pressed this very well using a couple of products that we love, a combination of Material Magic and Best Press. And so after we were able to trim this and really press it so it's quite firm and quite nice, then we stabilized this with a stay stitching seam. And you can see on this $2 quilt, you can see how perfect the stitching is and how nicely these edges are coming together.
I am so happy with this. I see this as a picnic blanket. I see it as a drag around quilt for a child.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so happy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But what I love about this stabilization on the outside edge is now it does not matter how much we handle this. This is not going to distort in any way, shape, or form. That Best Press and that Material Magic and this Stay Stitch all the way around has stabilized this so it will not ravel, it will not stretch, it will not distort in any way. And I think we've decided we're going to put a border on it. I'm thinking we're going to probably do a pink, and we want it to read solid. It might not have to be solid, but we're going to want it to read solid. And then we get to quilt it. So the next time you see this, it will actually be for sale. So I am so excited. This one makes me happy just looking at it because it's so well pieced, and it's going to get a whole new life, and I'm excited to see what it becomes and who gets to appreciate it.
Yes, look at this tiny
Look
hand
at
stitch.
the hand stitching.
Tiny hand stitches.
Let's look at the hand stitches on this. Just amazing.
So beautifully done.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. And somebody up there
Yes.
is still
So happy.
so happy.
She's going to see a diamond when we're finished.
Yes.
And we're thrilled to finish it. So stay tuned. We got one more episode to show you when it's finished.